We're ready.
I'm ready.
Motherfucker, I was born ready. I'm so white.
I'm starting the timer.
Excellent. Start that shit.
Started.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the Gamer Reaction Podcast. This is podcast number 101.
Intro to Gamer Reaction, if you will.
Thank you. I was searching my brain for a college joke, Alex. Yeah. Thanks, Jeremy, for taking up the slack.
Wow.
So, in Gamer Reaction 101, sadly we do not have Diana with us this evening, which, as you all know, means boys take over, and there might be some really inappropriate shit. I only say might because...
guarantee you.
If I guarantee it, though, Chris, then what if something happens and we're very proper?
Yeah. What if it turns into Gentleman Gamecast?
Right.
That's
well,
not gonna
now
happen.
that the ladies aren't here, we can just sit back and be gentlemen.
You can be genteel.
I mean, I'm a Gentile. I don't know. Does that work? 101. We're in the midst of January.
The midst.
Also known as the time of no games.
I'd say we're probably in like the twilight years of January.
Would you? No, it's only the 17th as of this recording.
No, that's true. But we're over 15.
We are. We're probably like 38. If this month was done in human years, we're probably about 38 or 40.
So once you pass middle age, according to Chris, you might as well be dead.
Whoa,
you're in your twilight years after middle age, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh heavens!
And there you have it.
It's because
that's the end of the podcast. We're done.
I'm slowing down, guys. I can't think as easily. We don't have as much to talk about. I'm wondering where my underwear is. You know, all of these things.
Well, I get something to start out with that I should do right away. I want to give...
Starting out?
Starting out. I would like...
Wait, hang on. Before we do this, should we introduce ourselves? We never do this, and Diana always yells at us for it.
And as I mentioned the last time that you mentioned that, you always say that. That was confusing. Yes. So, as we said, Diana is not here. She would be the one that sounds like a girl. Well, the other one that sounds like a girl. Which brings me to our friend Jeremy.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm kidding. You
have
the voice of like a golden mammoth.
I think that
like a woolly mammoth made of gold.
Yes.
Not exactly liquid gold, but liquid mammoth.
There's difference.
Liquid gold mammoth.
You are a golden mammoth, Jeremy.
Perhaps. But in any case, this is the sound of my voice. This is what I sound like. Also,
coincidentally, sounds just like a golden mammoth. If you ever run across one and you think it's Jeremy, and you turn the corner and there's a giant golden mammoth there, you can slap your head and go, "Oh, they got me."
They got it. Some modder has to make a Skyrim mod where there's a golden mammoth named Jeremy Salig. And
done.
I will worship them forever.
I would do that shit tonight. I would blow off Tuesday trivia in order to stay home and do that.
They can turn Alduin into Macho Man.
That was ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
So
anyway,
and then there's Chris.
Yeah. There's me. This is Chris talking. I don't really have much to say. I don't have much to say in terms of a golden mammoth or any other false idols.
Oh, false idols? Whoa, I very legitimately worship my golden mammoth statue.
I was going to ask you what that was behind you. No, I know.
It's a golden mammoth. Don't worry about it.
And so why is Jeremy standing in your hallway?
Holy shit. What? So speaking of modding, which means, Jeremy, I'm cutting you off, and you're going to have to come back to that thing that you're supposed to do.
I'll come back to it. I'll wait.
Good. Yeah, I'll wait. Hold off on that.
The golden mammoth never hunts, or never sleeps. He waits.
You just...
never hunts. The golden mammoth never hunts!
No, speaking of modding, Chris and I were talking earlier about Dune, and And I'm fairly positive I've mentioned on the podcast before how much I would love to play a high-quality Dune MMO.
You know,
it's just so perfect for it.
It's funny. We were talking about Dune, and I did not realize just how much Dune knowledge Alex has in that brain of his.
I'm a big dork.
A lot of Dune knowledge.
I know a lot about Dune. And see, the thing is, I've only read 2 books. The first 2, which are the only 2 good ones. I haven't read any of the other stuff. I just acquired it from things. Like, I read the books and I was like, oh, this is a really rich universe that they've built here. This is interesting. I think I'm going to look some stuff up. And then you start on the Dune Wikipedia site, and then it's all over.
Oh, so let me ask you this while we're just in this one vein for a second.
Yeah.
Where did the Dune universe come from? Is that a lot of that stuff expanded universe created on after?
Fun fact. I have a fun fact for you about the origins of Dune, and then I'll get into your actual question. Frank Herbert, author of Dune, came up with the idea while on the Oregon coast doing some sort of it's like a report for whatever. He worked for some I don't know, some
geological
government
society
faction or whatever that was like
your dad came up with this.
What? My dad made it. He makes everything. He made Dune with his hands.
That is impressive, but I would not put it past him.
No. Anyway, no. Frank Herbert came up with the idea while studying the dunes on the Oregon coastline. Fun fact.
Oh, there you go.
No, but as far as the universe goes, Frank Herbert, I believe, only wrote the first, maybe 4 books. And then his son, and his son Brian, and this other guy, I think Kevin Anderson, then took up the mantle where Frank left off, and they really expanded the universe.
So, I'm comparing it to Star Wars, and a lot of that expanded universe stuff was kind of created by authors and spin-offs and fans, and then kind of legitimized by Lucas.
Yeah.
Quote unquote legitimized, canonized. So I was curious if it had kind of a similar thing going on, or if this
I think the
guy kind of made this.
I think the majority of the other Dune books are written by Brian Herbert and Kevin Anderson. I think it's Kevin Anderson, something like that. K. Anderson. But there may have been other books written by other people, and there's undoubtedly Dune fan fiction out there, but I don't think it was big enough to be novelized or anything like that.
Cool.
But anyway, going back to the mod thing, per the conversation that Chris and I were having about Dune, somehow it came up that it would be very exciting to see a Dune Civilization 5 mod. So immediately I looked it up, and immediately I found one. I don't know.
5 or 4?
5.
I only found 4. I was looking for 5.
There is one for 5. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I'm gonna check it out. And if it's good at all, then I will probably have to start a multiplayer game of Civilization Arrakis.
Nice.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And Jeremy, it would be fun, wouldn't it?
Well,
well, Jeremy, go ahead.
I've got some news for you, and not the kind I look up online.
So this isn't this is Jeremy.
This is Jeremy news.
Yeah,
this is news about me. This is
I don't know if this is getting news. This may get something else.
Yeah.
Well, as far as intro music.
Yeah.
We'll see. No intro music necessary. It carries its own weight.
My!
Chris came over. We were watching football. And while we were watching football and talking about how much we love our Mac laptops, he was like, hey, I think I can get this Civ 5 on your computer by logging into my Steam account, and you won't even have to pay for it. You can just try it for free. And, so he did that, and now I have it on my computer. I've played a few turns of it, but probably this weekend or so. Next day off I get, I'm going to really, go full on into it. I don't think I need to be playing Conquest of the New World anymore.
No.
Dude, immediately after I had it installed, Jeremy was like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to buy this.
Yeah. I'll just buy it.
It's so, dude, the I don't know if it was the Game of the Year edition or whatever, but, like, the Super Edition with, like, everything in it was, like, on sale for, like, half off last month. That would have been, like,
I don't even have
all
that
the
version.
expansions.
Terra's terrified.
Terrified?
Terrified.
Yeah, but check it out. Jeremy and I have our MacBooks tricked out. She won't even hear them.
It's true.
What?
We have our settings so that you never even have to click the button. You just touch to do anything. It's
touch what?
The
We have a
trackpad.
trackpad.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've got my PC tricked out so that I don't even have to touch anything. I can just say, and it's turned off right now, I can just say, computer, launch Skyrim. And it does.
That's
yes.
fantastic.
I never use it, though.
Does Majel Barrett's voice come over the speakers and say, launching Skyrim. Would you like me to load your save game, sir?
Of course. No, if it had that kind of customization, I would never leave the house.
Look at this silly shit I can make my computer do. Computer, launch porn movie. Fast forward.
Unspecified. That's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous request.
It's true. I definitely could program it because I programmed it to launch and log into my Gmail account. I could definitely program it so that if I say, computer, give me porn, it would open my browser and go to my favorite porn site that I've totally never been to because that's for nerd, dork, losers. Launch my favorite porn site and start a movie.
Well, there you go.
I'm just saying. Or I could have it launch like Windows Media Player or iTunes or something and launch one of the hundreds of gigs of porn videos that I don't have on my hard drive.
I'm sure.
You know, in this day and age, do you really need to have that on a hard drive somewhere?
No. However, in this day and age, much like going out and having sex with a whole bunch of unknown women, there's a lot of chances to pull in viruses. So,
It's true.
going to the internet and dancing around with a bunch of unknown websites, you're prone to viruses.
I only go to respected websites.
Wait, respected
It's like-
websites?
They're like cat houses.
Do they have like powdered wigs on and they say, "Oh yes, here we are."
Yes,
yeah.
Pornography.
They're only respected porn sites.
Welcome back, Sir Christopher. Yes, third time today, I see.
Nice.
Exhausted.
Fantastic.
Well, anyway, we should work on that.
This is what happens when three guys run the podcast.
Hi-oh! Yeah, man, that didn't even take 10 minutes.
No.
That
Second topic. Holy cow.
Super duper. So Chris and I have decided to, since we're still relatively close to the topic of Dune, the reason Chris and I were talking about it is because we were talking about making a new guild on Star Wars.
Dune
that
Guild?
would be a new guild that would be comprised entirely of characters from House Harkonnen in the Dune universe, which are all pretty much evil.
Yeah.
I think this would be awesome.
I agree. I also think this would be very cool. House Harkonnen.
House
Do
Harkonnen.
it!
Also, I was thinking, Chris, you know how I mentioned to you guys before I want to get the Sith Order on the wrist.
The bromance continues.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, it's Star Wars gay. Well, I was thinking, because we all know I like things that are evil. So I was thinking maybe instead of doing that there, maybe like down the arm here, from like there to I don't know there or something.
Yeah.
Have like 3 symbols. Have the Sith Order on top. the Harkonnen House crest below it, and then below that, the Eye of the Crimson King from the Dark Tower series.
Ooh. That is something that's a commitment right there.
That's an arm of sci-fi fantasy evil.
While we're on the topic of tattoos, I was just thinking of this one the other night. I may get another Jedi tattoo.
Yeah?
I may actually get the Jedi Code tattooed.
The Jedi Code tattooed on your arm or something?
Like emotion, yet peace, chaos, yet harmony.
The we are fucking robots. Because that's what Jedi are. The
Exactly.
robots that can use the Force. Yeah, that's right. I said it. You know what? Just
maybe right below it. In like small font, just maybe right below it.
Then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the Sith Order over here. I'm going to get the Sith Code. Yeah, that's right. Passion leads to strength. Strength leads to power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, did I tell you? Please forgive me, you guys and audience, if I mentioned this last time. Did I tell you I was selling all my DVDs?
No, you did not.
You mentioned it to me, I think. Just me.
Yeah, I'm selling all of my DVDs, which is a lot.
You're like
I had just over 200.
You're like going digital.
No, I have too much stuff,
Right.
and my DVDs have been sitting in a box since I moved from New York, and I've pulled one out to watch once. And even before that, like I just didn't watch them very often. I was like, all right, you know what? I just have them for the sake of having them, because at one time they held value. So I sold off 90 of them to Amazon. I traded
90.
them online.
Wow.
90 DVDs to Amazon. Pulled in just over $250 on those. And then I pulled like 20 movies out and decided to keep those. And then I had this box of like 80 more DVDs, 80 or 90 more DVDs.
Holy
I've just been giving them away to people. Like anytime a friend comes over and be like, "Hey, check it out. Look in the box. Take what you want." People leave with armloads of DVDs. It's so silly.
You're like DVD Santa Claus.
Pretty much.
Wow,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. I've still got probably about 30 left. But anyway, the reason I thought of this is because one of the things I sold was Star Wars trilogy. Because it was the one that it was the first set they released on DVD, but it was like that remastered one with all the new footage in it. And
Yeah.
that stuff is terrible. I think it's the one you own, Chris.
It is the one I own.
Black and silver.
It's the black and silver.
That set sucks. Like it's the bad versions of all the movies.
But it's
I don't mind.
Did
it
they
so
release
much.
another one?
After that, I think in maybe like 2004 or something, they re-released the Star Wars trilogy with new DVDs. I don't think they made a set, but they released them individually. That are 2 discs. One with the original theatrical release with remastered sound and video visuals, and then the one with the extra footage.
A lot of people hate on the special edition. I actually don't mind it so much. Although the
No, it's not the special edition. That one is kind of okay. It's the edition after that.
oh
That is
It's the one
Like,
where they
fuck
add,
off.
they add a scene between Han and Jabba that was originally shot like back in the day before Jabba
Right.
was a Hutt and he was actually just a big fat dude. They brought that scene back in, but they covered over the fat dude and put
right
Jabba as we know
with
him.
Jabba.
I've
in
seen
there.
the special I've seen the special feature for this where he like walks behind them at one point and they have to
Right.
digitally shift
on the
him
tail.
from going over the tail.
Yeah.
So
I'm even okay. I'm okay with even that version.
yeah,
It's
I don't
the
mind
version-
that version.
After that
There's
they
no version after that.
Yeah, it's the one where they put Anakin in the fucking end of the movie.
Oh yeah,
That's that version.
no, there was a version first that was a special edition.
Yeah,
where
it was on VHS. It was the special edition, and it came out. It
Right,
was a
I remember
gold
those.
But then when
I
they
remember,
released Revenge of the Sith and stuff, they went back and they re-released Return of the Jedi Special Edition again and made one more change. And
Right.
That's when the DVDs came out. That's when the box set of 4, 5, and 6 came out together. It was that fucking version that had Anakin in the end.
The box set.
Yeah.
That's
but
what
I'm saying that there was a version that they never. I don't know if they ever made it to DVDs. That was the original, just special edition.
No, it did make it to DVDs. I have it.
That's okay.
Somewhere.
So they had the VHS, like the best versions of the movie were on VHS,
Right.
and then when it came to DVD in that box set, they had the added footage and the Anakin at the end and like all that bullshit.
Right.
Then they re-released the DVDs, the DVD versions of the VHSs, in addition to the box set. 2 discs per movie. So I have, for my copy of A New Hope, I have, in one DVD case, the VHS version and that bullshit version from the set.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because then
I'm saying, like, I would even be okay with that other special edition release that they did on VHS. That, like, just that. Without any of the extra Anakin bullshit.
Yeah, like
I would have been okay with that.
They re-released and they had the special edition that had like added stuff in it, and then they tried to tie it to the first 3 movies after they came out.
Right, and it's like, unfortunately, that's the versions that I have. I'm not very happy about it, but it's something I can do because I'm not going to go buy it again until it comes out on Blu-ray, which it has. I'm not buying that shitty version. No. I'm going to wait until they release it with the original theatrical release as well.
How much money can you make off of one movie? I mean, it's just...
Well, since it's been going for, 30, almost 35 years? Almost 35 years.
That's got to be like Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah.
There's like 6 versions of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and on that note, we should take a break.
And there we go.
Okay. Then we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.